What's going on, y'all? Side Perspectives, giofvcks. And I had a breakthrough. So, again, in this self-care healing journey, I want to reiterate that healing is not linear and it's not something that happens overnight. It's a process. Some days are better than others. Some days you have setbacks and some days you have breakthroughs. But if you're doing the work and you're holding yourself accountable, and you also are allowing yourself to have grace and allowing yourself to learn from your mistakes, it can and it does happen. You do heal and you do move on, and you do tend to live a better, fulfilling, more self-aware, joyful life. But it's a conscious effort. You got to be willing to go through to get through, okay? So let's talk about the breakthrough. So I'm getting ready to move again. It's been a year since I left Flint. I'm getting ready to move back to the area, but I'm not actually going to be in the city limits of Flint. I'm actually going to be in the suburbs of the city of Flint. And that's because my job, my current job is based in the area. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move back. So I don't have to be driving, because even though I'm only there twice a week, when you look at how much gas is, wear and tear in your vehicle, plus I still have to assist and help with my family here and there with boundaries. Though boundaries are a big piece of me now. I am not overextending and overindulging in that mess. But to make it easier for me, gonna move closer back to the area. So anyways, as I'm cleaning and packing and getting ready for the move, I came across some things that I kept, and I remember the pain and the sorrow and just the sadness, the negativity that came with these items. And one of the items was 2 meet and greet tickets to see Ella May in 2018 that I had purchased for the person that I was dealing with in 2018. And I remember how so sad and hurt I was about that whole situation. And then, like, fast forward now, therapy, counseling, healing, self-accountability. And now when I was packing and I saw those tickets, I actually was able to laugh. Because you know how they always say, you know, we're going to look back at this and laugh one day. Well, I actually was able to look back and laugh because, and I always hear people, especially in the whole high value dating, you always hear people saying, well, if they can't spend money and people don't want to take people out to eat on trips, people don't want to spend money on folks, blah, 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 blah. And I get where people are coming from when they say that. I get it to a certain extent. But I want to bring this perspective up as well, because this is a perspective that people keep failing to look at. It's not so much that people don't want to, it's not so much that in every situation that people don't want to buy or spend money on folks. It's just that for some of us, we spent money on people who was taking us for advantage, that was literally just using and abusing us. Why should somebody be buying you gifts, buying you concert tickets, taking you out to eat, you know, and spending all of this money, time, energy, resources, emotional support, emotional labor? Why should people be doing this for you, just for you to turn around and to be lying, playing games, manipulating, and literally just using them for what they can get you? So I get why people don't want to spend money on y'all, because I had to learn the hard way. You sitting over here spending hundreds of dollars on meet and greet special tickets for somebody that don't even want you, that's playing mind games, don't even want to be seen in public with you, okay, leading you on, playing with your emotions, gaslighting you, and just treating you like shit, but you sitting over here spending money on them. This is why some of us have decided, no, we not finna be sitting up here spoiling grown-ass men and women and people. Again, them days is long gone. Okay, also, this same person, we had planned originally in 2018. I can look and laugh about it now, and I'm able to talk about it more because I am healing. You know, I was quiet for years on what I went through, and now I'm able to discuss what I went through from a logical standpoint without me being angry, without me being sad, without me being hurt, without me being bitter about it. And again, 3 years later, I'm here. Again, like I said, healing doesn't happen overnight. It's not linear, okay? It's a process. So this same person discarded me December 15th. Really, when you think about it, discarded me the day, Thanksgiving Day of 2018, but the official discarding was via text December 15th, 2018. 2 weeks before our planned trip to Canada, we had already paid for the Airbnb, paid for the tickets to the events that we were going to be going to and everything. And then I was discarded 2 weeks before this event because the whole gist was we were going to go to Canada with a group of my friends. Again, we never hung out with any of his friends. He was always tagging along and attaching himself to whatever I was doing. Keep in mind, I wasn't even allowed to hang out with my friends unless this person was there because he never wanted me to hang out with other people. Again, these are all red flags. Looking back, hindsight is 2020. This is why I'm always telling people, if you're talking to somebody and they don't want you to have friends, they don't want you hanging out with other people outside of them, that is a large red flag. That person is possessive and abusive. Run for the hills. And that's how a lot of these narcissistic, emotionally unavailable, manipulative people are. And I'm just going to call it for what it is. A lot of cis men act like this. This is why I be saying you have to be careful with these possessive people. And don't get me wrong, you have cis women, trans men, trans masculine folks, trans feminine people, non-binary people who also participate in this narcissistic, controlling, possessive, really just toxic. You don't want to be around people who are like that. But it just seems like with cis men and masculinity, this toxic masculinity, they're very possessive and controlling. And this is why you have to spot the red flags early on so you can avoid going through the abuse. So this person discarded me, and mind you, I had already paid for all of the tickets, paid for the Airbnb, and that was it. So that's why now for me, you can miss me with the superficial shit. I'm not spending money on you. I don't know anything about you. Again, I know personally I have the capabilities of being a great boyfriend, husband, significant other, partner. I have the capabilities of loving and reciprocating if I choose to, when I'm ready to. And don't get it misconstrued. I'm not interested in no serious relationship right now. I am focused on me and my healing. Which brings me to the next point of this video. When you go through negative situations, traumatic situations, please take the time to heal and focus on you. Stop monkey branching from one relationship to the other. After 2018, I've been to myself ever since. And then I had a slight issue in 2019, but I was able to spot the red flags early on and exit stage left. And honestly, I am going to continue to be purposely single. And then number two, I'm non-monogamous. And I am all for poly and open relationships. I'm not interested in monogamy. I'm not interested in being tied down to one person. And I know that. And then, like I said, I'm focused on my own self-care journey, my own healing. And I feel like a lot of people, instead of taking the time to heal, they just bounce from one situation to the next, one relationship to the next. And they just keep bringing their baggage, their trauma, and they keep projecting that onto other people. And it just ends up being a cycle of abuse and toxicity. A lot of people are afraid to be single and to be by themselves. And, you know, I can't tell you what to do. I can only suggest you take the time to self-care and heal. You know, stop jumping from person to person. Learn how to be single and learn how to focus on self. Anyways, information will be in the description box below. I just wanted to share some transparency and honesty with y'all because I'm not perfect, and I want y'all to also to see that I'm actively on this self-care journey. I'm actively healing, okay? So when I do these videos and I give suggestions and recommendations, and I try to share some advice, this is what I'm actually doing to heal myself. Anyways, y'all stay safe. And I do strongly recommend y'all get vaccinated and wear a mask when you are around other people, whether that's outside or indoors. Just be careful. Sending y'all love, peace, and positivity. I'm out.